Hi everyone, it's Karli Reese and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm guested here by my mom. Today we are going to be asking her awkward questions. All these questions I pretty much feel like I already know some of the answers to because I feel like we've done similar videos to this, but
I only think we did a video where I asked you questions.
Because I've definitely asked you some of these questions before.
We need to start over. My boob was hanging out.
I'm not starting over, so you can deal with it. The first question you can obviously guess that every single person asks
Are you a virgin? No, I have 4 kids.
That's not the question.
I'm teasing.
It's when did you unvirgin?
Unvirginize?
Yes.
I
already know. 17 years old with your ex-husband. I've heard
I was
this
a senior in high school. And how was it?
What?
Let's be real. Is anybody's first time something to write about in the movies? No. It's
well,
awkward.
at least it was like your husband. No.
Yeah, ex-husband.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyways, yeah, 17.
Your body count.
Under 10.
Well, what's the number?
I don't know. Do I really have to count? This might take me a second to think about.
Take your time. I know you'd be sleeping around too much. You can't remember. Do I know any of them other than Dad and the other guy?
No. 6 or 7, I think.
What child did it hurt the most having come out of you during childbirth?
Well, I had C-sections, but the situation with Andrew was the worst because I tried to deliver normally and was in labor for 24 hours before they decided to do the C-section.
You were in labor for 24 hours straight, like trying
They induced labor because I didn't go into labor on my own, and then he kept trying to fit. He wouldn't fit. He actually had some marks on his forehead right here because he was 9 pounds.
Head.
Feeling after I had a baby, I felt the worst with Chase for some reason. Just really didn't like bounce back as quickly as the other ones. I don't know why.
Speaking of your children, which was the hardest child to raise? This isn't really an awkward question, but I still want to know the answer.
As a child?
No,
like,
we're talking age 1
I know, I'm going to tell
18.
you. As a child to up to like, say, 11, 12, Chase. He was just a handful. I mean, that kid had enough energy for 5 kids. He literally would just jump off the furniture and do flips and like non-stop. Now, as an adult, I just think that I would say maybe Blake. Just because Blake out of all my kids probably worries the least. Said that wrong. Worries the least of like anything bad happening. I don't think he has like any fear of anything. He just thinks everything's always going to be fine. And even though I feel like for the most part he's like made good choices his whole life, he makes us the most nervous. Like, we worry about him the most.
I'm probably second place.
I would say once you move out, I'll probably worry about you the most, just with being a girl, especially like if you live on your own and stuff.
Interesting.
And then even just in general, yeah, I would probably say you're the second most difficult to raise as a teenager.
Do you ever think about any of your past lovers? I feel like you're forced to think about one.
I feel like social media kind of makes it like it's hard not to like look people up sometimes and be like, I wonder what they look like, and like things like that. I have to tell you this funny story. So there was this guy I dated, like obviously in my 20s.
How many people have you dated? Because I swear it's like over 1,000. You've dated so many people.
I don't know. That would take me a long time because I was this person in like junior high, high school and stuff. I was this girl that thought I always had to be liking someone. I always had to have a crush.
Well, that's
anyways,
not dating.
Well, if I had a crush, then I wanted to date him.
But that's not dating.
And normally I did.
Okay.
Oh, I just remembered another person. It's 7. Okay. Anyways, so this was probably like, I don't know, 10-ish years ago.
Oh.
I looked somebody up and somehow, like, I'm a really good detective when it comes to like finding things. And I seen this guy that I used to date was dating this girl. So I was stalking her Facebook page and I accidentally sent her a friend request.
Oh no.
And I hurried up and like undid it real quick, but like I don't know how that works, if they would still get the notification.
I should do this video with Dad.
Why?
Because I feel like he slept with a lot of people.
Comment down below if you want Carly to do this video with her father.
How many people do you think he slept with?
I would say it's right about the same as me.
Oh, heck no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
There's no way.
He didn't date a whole lot of people in his 20s.
Yeah, but he slept with a whole lot of people in his 20s.
And he dated the same girl in high school for like 3-4 years.
What would you do if I got pregnant, like right now in this exact moment of my life?
Okay, here's something interesting. As a parent, now I don't know if parents watch your videos or if it's just mostly teens or 20s or what, but you have these like big sigh of reliefs in life once your kids reach certain stages, like graduating from high school and that kind of thing. And I feel like I'm finally to the point, and it's not me, like I'm to the point, but all my kids are to the point that if any one of you got pregnant or got their girlfriend pregnant,
What?
I would be fine.
I'm literally 17.
I know, but it's not, you're almost 18 and you would just have to figure it out.
You just desperately want grandchildren.
I don't. No. That has nothing to do with that. I'm just saying, like, it'd be, imagine if you were like 15 or still in high school, or Chase had to come home and say, you know, got my girlfriend pregnant at 15. Like, that's life changing.
True.
Where at this point, you're about to graduate in less than a month.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you would figure it out. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be the end of the world.
Sure. God, they're all the same questions.
Well, people want to know.
It's all about your virginity. We already talked about it.
Isn't that interesting how that's like the first thing people want to know about someone is when did you lose your virginity?
What's your body count? Because it's such a big deal these days.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be 50 in September. It's not. Then again though, what if you were somebody, like, what if I told you it was like 35? Wouldn't you be?
Oh, I know like plenty of people in my life who have like 35.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. Imagine like if you were,
what do you think is it?
35 and still single, you know?
What do you think at this age would be like reasonable?
A senior in high school?
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to say 1, but maybe 3. I don't know. I don't want to think about that.
The thing that's different with like your time and now that I've noticed, like, among other people, is like sex doesn't really have meaning anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing is it doesn't when you're younger, and then once you get to that point where you're like trying to find the one and you want a serious relationship,
I was talking
then
about
it matters more.
The other day, because one of my friends, and he was just talking about how like those kids at that middle school, you don't want to hear about what they do.
Kids in junior high are having sex.
Yes. Yes.
What?
And they're like obviously doing drugs and stuff too, which isn't, I mean, it is pretty bad, but like I would say that's more normal to hear than them sleeping around.
Wow, that's sad.
Well, it's because social media.
Social media makes you want to lose your virginity?
Well, no, it's just because, like, you know what I mean? Like, going on TikTok, all these 11-year-olds are learning about all this stuff that when I was 11, I didn't even hear about.
You didn't even know
like,
existed. Yeah, true.
Like, because you could literally Snapchat anyone and say, hey, can you get me a bag of weed? I can get you a bag of weed. Like, it doesn't matter what age you are.
If I told somebody I need a bag of weed, I would have no idea even how much that is, like what you should pay for it. Somebody could probably tell me like $300 and I'd be like, okay.
Someone said their first time story, speaking of you and my father, and I don't want to answer. I don't want to hear you
I
talk
don't remember
about that.
anyways.
Well, I don't want to hear about it. How many people do you think I have kissed?
Kissed? I think
Yep.
you've talked about this before. The number's probably gone up. I would say 15.
Sure.
It's more than that?
I mean, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It hasn't gone up in a really
Oh,
long
I
time.
guess, no, mine wouldn't have been more than that at your age.
What's an eggplant?
Eggplant size matter.
Oh my God.
I want to say no, but at the same time, I have an experience that I won't get into details, but it was not good, and it did matter, and it was not good. So, kind of it goes, I guess.
Who was it?
You want me to tell you?
Is it your ex-husband?
It was my ex-husband.
Is it my father?
His name was Mike. It was not your father.
Okay.
His name was Mike.
Ew. Someone said, oh, I want to be with her. I want to be married to her, and I want to make family with Karli Reese. They clearly...
Learn how to speak.
What drugs has she done? Literally none. I mean,
Yeah.
alcohol, I guess, is a drug.
Yeah, I don't do drugs.
Because she's a loser.
I have smoked a cigarette before, and that's disgusting.
You said
When I
you had
was-
edibles.
When I was really, really drunk.
You said you took edibles.
A
the other day.
gummy, not like,
Well, that's an edible.
I know.
And how do you feel about it? Because that's another question. How do you feel about weed?
I don't have an opinion about it one way or another. I don't care if people do it. I don't care if they don't do it.
Well, now we have a new camera because the other one died.
I guess, no, never mind. That sounds bad.
Just say it.
I feel like it's more tolerable to be around somebody who is high than someone who's drunk.
Well, yeah.
I think drunk people sometimes are just really annoying. So,
Well, yeah, unless you're drunk too.
yeah, I don't like to get drunk. I'm too old. It doesn't...
You're too old.
You don't bounce back the next day. It takes days to recover. I never drink to the point of getting drunk.
How do you feel about... Well, it says your kids drinking, but I mean, they're pretty much all of age. So I guess it's about me.
I feel like any of that kind of stuff, as long as you're not, like, putting yourself in a situation.
cocaine?
No.
I'm kidding.
Like drinking and weed. I feel like if you're not
I don't like weed.
drinking
that
and
way.
driving and, like, you know, if you're just being responsible. I almost want to say if you're not doing anything illegal, but you're not legally of drinking age. Chase isn't legally of drinking age, but it's still gonna happen. I did it. My kids are gonna do it. And I would never want to be one of those naive parents who thinks my kids never do any of that stuff, because the parents who think that are probably the kids that are probably doing it more than the rest of them.
For real. Do you see us as a you?
What?
What are your opinions on waiting till marriage? I think that's really weird.
I mean, if you're waiting till marriage for religious reasons, I don't feel like you should, like, purposely defy your religion if it's something that you're gonna struggle with, like living with that guilt for the rest of your life. But if it's for, like, non-religious reasons, I feel like the older you get, you're probably less likely to hold out till marriage. I think there's probably some people in high school that have that strong belief, and that's great. Maybe even in college you have that strong belief, and that's great. But if you think you're, like, met the one, I feel like as long as you're being, like, still having an intimate relationship, it's okay. I think it's pretty cool if you both agree and want to wait till marriage.
Oh, it is that big of a deal. Who's your favorite kid?
Karli.
Everyone knows. See? She finally admitted it.
We have a text chat that says Karli's the favorite.
Really?
I don't know who's in it. I think it was just the boys. You weren't in it. And it says Karli's the favorite.
Who's Dad's favorite?
I don't know.
Not Blake.
I don't know. Him and Blake are pretty close here lately.
Yeah, but they used to fight like 24/7.
Yeah, that's because Blake's not afraid to just say whatever's on his mind, where everybody else just says it under their breath.
Andrew, technically, wasn't his son. I mean, he is.
Yeah.
By force of nature.
So Andrew's probably not his favorite.
Yeah.
That rules that out. You think
it's not me.
You think it's not Blake, and you don't think it's you, so I guess it's Chase.
But I don't think it's Chase either. Actually, one time, Dad was on the phone with you in the car. We were driving somewhere, and he was saying that I'm the only one prepared for the future. I don't know if you remember that. He was like, I don't remember what he was saying.
So you're thinking maybe you're the favorite?
I don't know.
Could be.
Is Chase a virgin? That's the question that just popped up. Have you ever sent a provocative photo of yourself?
No.
What are your thoughts on nipple piercings?
No thanks.
I'm gonna get my nipples pierced now. Something you need to learn about me. Actually, this goes for everyone in this planet. I don't like being told no at all. Whenever you tell me no, it makes me want to do something more.
I know. You also don't like me to pick out clothes for you, so when we walk through a store and I see something that's cute, most of the time I don't tell you that I think it's cute, because then I know you won't buy it.
I'm sure. I just don't like people telling me what to do, ever.
Most people don't like being told what to do.
That's what I just said.
Oh.
What do you think I said? I love being told what to do.
No, I'm just saying it's not like this makes you unique. I mean, most people feel that way.
I don't like it more than others. It's not even like that I just don't like it. It's just you telling me what to do makes me want to do the complete opposite always.
I feel like we should go to the bookstore.
Oh! The fact that you said that I don't want to go.
I don't think we should go to the bookstore because you have enough books. You don't need any more books.
So that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been a long road, and you are editing this video because of how much you talked. The only time I can edit videos is if it's myself talking.
Alright, I'll only edit the parts where I talk, then you can edit the awkward silences in between all the questions. Alright, come on.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.